know, when someone asks you like that, and Mel Brooks, I was recording the soundtrack for my song in it, and that whole sequence took about 2 weeks to film. And Mel Brooks was in the recording studio with me, and one day we were sitting chatting, and we chatted for 2.5 hours, 3 hours, and finally the producers came and they said, John, Mel, could you both shut up, because we need John, he's 3 hours late, you both just put us behind schedule. And I'm like, well, at least it's with the boss. Yeah, so we did that, but the other funny thing was, when we were rehearsing that, we were rehearsing all of it, and I write about this in my book, Anything Goes, we were rehearsing it in Brooklyn, which everybody was dressed in the Nazi outfit, right? Now, for those of you who don't know Brooklyn, New York very well, just across the river, across the Brooklyn Bridge, it's a Jewish area. Yeah, we're all out in the parking lot giving it information. And these Jewish, Hasidic Jewish people start crowding around the fence. Mel Brooks comes in and he goes, for Christ's sake, get in! You're gonna cause a war! So we went inside. Most surreal thing I've ever done. Then I was in Germany, at the convention in Germany, and a girl stood up and she went, yes, Mr. Barrowman, I love you in Springtime for Hitler. Could you sing it for us now? I went, what, in Germany with my hand in the air? Are you freaking kidding me? That would go viral. So yeah, but I love doing it. It was great, and yeah, blondes have more fun. Thank you. Yes, young man.
Who's your favorite doctor?
Now that's the way to have volume in a question. Who is my favorite doctor, David Tennant? Anyway, I usually don't answer that question, David Tennant. But when I do answer David Tennant, I sometimes feel that I'm giving an answer that people are going to stick with David Tennant because I can't say that to a child. And you're not old enough to say that. Because David was my doctor. He was, and David was the doctor that Captain Jack flipped for the most, although I had a great time with Chris and David and I just had so much fun on set, because both of us were huge Doctor Who fans as kids, and for both of us, that was like a dream come true, and when we got the jobs, we both could not believe that from the little boys that hid behind the sofa to being grown men and being the characters that we had watched and grown up with, to be playing them and be on, for me to be on the TARDIS with the Doctor. The first day I walked in the TARDIS, I called Scott at home and I'm like, and I was, texting everyone, like, oh my God, I'm in the TARDIS. It's huge. It's a set, but to me, it was real. And when I stood in front of that door and walked in that front door, and when the doctor gave me my own key, which I still have. Scott thinks I'm a little nuts at this, because he gets what I do, but he doesn't get that kind of, behind it. I have boxes full of things that I borrowed from the set. Bits of the panel that accidentally fell off. I got my squares gun, the original prop. I've got lots of stuff, all sorts of stuff. So I'm a huge fan. So yes, David Tennant would be my favorite doctor.
That was my son.
That was your son?
Yeah.
Good. Now project as well as he did.
First of all, congratulations to you and Scott. You're both adorable.
Thank you.
My question is, what was your favorite on-screen kiss?
And Doctor Who?
Anything.
Anything. Oh, my favorite on-screen kiss. Well, I mean, listen, I gotta. where we were in the greenhouse. Because I'm very careful when I'm doing sequences like that with other male actors who I know are not, they don't mind that they're acting, but they're not really into guys, and they have to make it look like they are, just when I'm doing a best thing with a girl. You gotta make it look real, so you just pretend, you throw yourself into it, right into the deep end. So I'm with Gareth, and I said to him, look, we're going to do this, and the script required that I have his pants undone, and da-da-da-da. And I said, I'm going to put my hand down your pants. I said, but I'm just going to rub your leg. That's it. Right? No, because that's safe and it's polite. And when we would kiss, bless Gareth's heart, he's of the generation, he's like, I don't care, just kiss me. I'm like, but when you said, he's like, I don't care, let's just kiss, make it look real. I'm like, thank God. Because he's very handsome. So, other story that I did with James Masters, I kept adding takes onto it to kind of keep kissing him. So I'm in this sequence with Gareth, and I'm going, oh, and I've got my hand down his pants, and I'm rubbing his leg, and Eve is meant to walk in, Gwen's meant to walk in and go, oh dear God, she walks away, right? Well, she kept going in, she walked in, first take. And I walk in, and she goes, gotta do it again. Well, you're right, Gareth? He's like, yeah, fine. So, she walks in and she goes, Gareth, you gotta do it again, right? Okay. She walks in and says, Ginny! It's not Ginny! She calls me Ginny on set. It's Jack! Cut! 12 takes down the line. There's no Eve. Gareth, you're alright? He's like, yeah, what's the matter? That's not my leg. Are we still rolling? They're like, yeah, we're like, fine. And Gareth was like that, and the outtakes going. And after we were done, I'm like, are you alright? He's like, yeah, safe to do it when I get home. Scott's never gonna watch that scene again. And to wrap that kind of thing up, although we were outrageous on set, that's why we think the characters resonated so well with the audience, because we were actually real. We actually enjoyed ourselves. We loved what we were doing. And in those instances, we were having a blast. Every day we filmed Torchwood, we had a great time. And the fact that you guys loved it also was amazing for us. Yes?
How on earth do I follow that?
I don't know.
Apart from saying I'm English, my brother has just Facebooked me and his boyfriend, who said if you ever need a room to stay in when you're in Leicester, give him a call.
Thank you. Scott, take your number, get the pictures, and we'll find out.
I'm afraid he's not pretty looking. He's double for Michael Stack from REM. Sorry.
You know what? A couple of drinks, I don't care. Beer goggles. Yes.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for the awesome hug at the photo op yesterday.
You're welcome. I'm sorry it was so quick, but we had 300 people to get through in an hour. And we did it!
And my question is, if you could choose any person to work with, who would you choose to do something with?
I'll tell you right now, I don't think along those lines. And the reason being, because my life and my career have taken me on so many amazing journeys over the last 25 years that I never dreamed that I would ever like I said, been on Doctor Who, worked with James Gandolfini, worked with Elaine Page, worked with, you know, all the different people, Tyne Daly, that I worked with, and where are y'all going? You're all leaving. That's really rude to leave. Don't worry, they can't start without me. You're giving this the best bit when I bring Scott up on stage. Like they're like, we're going to your photo op. They can't do it without me, can they? I'm amazed at all the people that I always work with. So every day for me on the job is an amazing thing. So I don't say, the one person that I did really love that I got to meet, I didn't get to work with him, was Gene Kelly. And I got to speak with him because for me as a musical theater performer, I wanted to be a guy who looked like a guy on stage and was not, you know, of course I can be camp and outrageous, but when I'm watching a man play a man, I want to see a man. I really do. Unless the character requires me to be effeminate. Gene Kelly to me was the man who was a man, danced, looked masculine, was wonderful, and when I got to meet him, I literally squeezed it. And it was, I have a photograph with him, and it was a proud moment of mine. So, amazing. But yes, thank you.
I was on YouTube the other day watching old episodes of British Top Gear.
Of who?
Top Gear.
Top Gear, yes.
And an episode of Fifth Gear came up.
Correct.
The question is, were you actually laughing while I was rolling the car?
Yes. There's an episode of Fifth Gear, it's a show like Top Gear in the UK, and I went on to Fifth Gear, and they asked me what I would like to do, and I love cars. I had 10 cars. I've always wanted to have, as a child, I had Matchbox cars, and I always said to my dad, if ever I can afford it one day, I want to collect real ones. So they're not big expensive cars, they're cars, everyday cars that everybody can afford, and I just like to have them. So Fifth Gear asked me to go into, they said, what do you want to do? I said, I want a rally race. Awesome. So I arrive and there's a Subaru rally car there, and I walk in and they say, hey John, you want to buy a rally car? I'm like, how much is it? They're like, it's 125 grand. I went, I'll think about it. Really think about it. So I get in the car, and I start driving. I've got my racing gear on, my boots. I look like something out of Rush. Hot! Yep, I have that outfit at home too, right, Sept? I keep all my outfits. We have a great time in our house on the weekend. You want to know whether you're Doctor Who, Fifth Gear, or whether you're on Arrow, or you're getting pierced. You never know. I get in the car and I start driving my test runs. 4 hours later, they're like, we're going to do your track now, we're going to do your time. So I go around the track once. Don't ever tell me that. Let's see if you can go faster. Don't ever say that to me. Right, Scott? So Gavin, my manager, is videoing. Reese, my assistant, is videoing up on a cliff watching you with the cameraman at an angle. And I'm like that. Here we go.